He's back. He's back. Ladies and gentlemen, for better or for worse, some of y'all might be excited, some of y'all don't care, some of y'all hate this. Aiden Ross is officially unbanned on Twitch. I don't know when he was unbanned, but I believe it's been a couple of years now since Aiden was banned on Twitch. I believe the reasoning was actually just like unmoderated chat or something. But we, over here on Sipping with Souls, we know the story. He went over to Kick, created a Twitch competitor, turned red pill, turned all these different things, made collaborations with the Andrew Tates, the Sneakos of the world, the Fousey Tubes of the world, did a stream with Donald Trump, and now he is back on Twitch unbanned. Unbanned. And it has been the talk of the town when it comes to the streaming world. It has been hinted at for a couple months now. And I believe Aiden was actually on Agent's stream last week. And literally a week later, after they said he'd be unbanned next week, he actually got unbanned. Actually got unbanned. Okay? And a lot of people were happy. Well, specifically Aiden loyals, obviously, were happy about this. Aiden specifically himself has acknowledged that this is real. This is Aiden on his other account, AR-15 the Demon. See you guys tomorrow. The return. Okay. So Aiden has finally been unbanned from Twitch. So what does this mean? I think that's the biggest question. Is he leaving Kick? Is he joining Faze? Is Twitch turning red pill? Like, what does this return mean? I think it means a couple of things. For one, I think Aiden's joining Faze. I think for everyone who's been keeping up with Faze, the relationships in the past and all these different things, them boys have been wanting to collab with Aiden. I think Banks has been trying to get Aiden to be a part of Faze for years now. I believe. I may be wrong on that. But the main hurdle, though, has been the fact that Aiden has been banned on Twitch. And with a lot of their ecosystem being on Twitch, like Twitch is so strict that if you even have Aiden on your stream and he's not even streaming, you can get banned yourself. You know what I'm saying? So they've definitely been hinting that, if Twitch unbans Aiden, collabs are going to fly. You know what I'm saying? All these different things. And I wouldn't be surprised if Aiden officially became like a Faze member and became a part of that culture. Because I do think, as it currently stands, like a lot of the people who consume Aiden's content, they probably align with the Faze boys more than any other group out there. You know what I'm saying? The people who watch Aiden, if they're watching a Twitch streamer, they may watch Kai. I don't even think they're watching Kai for real. Outside of like hate watching. I don't think they're watching Speed. I don't think they're watching RDC. I don't think they're watching XQC. Like, they're tapped in with the Faze boys, for real. So I think the correlation is just, it's just too much there. It's just too much there. And as a whole, I believe a lot of people have been celebrating this return of Aiden. Now, as far as what this means for Kick, I actually do not think Aiden is leaving Kick. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think Aiden is leaving Kick. I think for this very first splash tomorrow, he will be streaming on Twitch, but I don't think he's leaving Kick. The reason why I say that is because he has invested way too much into that platform. And I truly do think Aiden is one of the few that can pull numbers on Kick that are comparable to the Kais and the Speeds of the world. I think the main thing that truly has been holding him back is the lack of ability to collab with other Twitch streamers because of this ban. I think Aiden still rocks with Kick enough to make that his own platform. I still think he has relationships he wants to manage on Kick. The main thing that I think he's going to take advantage of is being able to hop in a Discord call with Kai. You know what I'm saying? Being able to collab with Rage, to collab with Ronaldo, Max, all these different people. I don't think he's leaving Kick. So I think Kick is, at least from Aiden leaving standpoint, I think Kick is actually fine. But I think what this means for Aiden, I think this is the biggest shot Aiden Ross has in reviving his career. And I know it's not dead specifically, but I think now more than ever, and we're seeing it with the likes of Neon. Like, there has been a lot of these Kick streamers that have been kind of turning tides on the red pill content, on the edgy content, because I'm not gonna lie, it's not producing money anymore. It's not producing views anymore. It's just not the wave anymore. And what a lot of content creators do is just rock with where the wave's at, rock with where the money's at. And that red pill shit is just dead at this point. Unless you really want to get into it and like go into the very, very political realm of things. Like that shit is just dead. And I think Aiden is at a point where he don't really care about that shit. He wants to maintain relationships at this point. He wants to be bigger and better than ever. And I think this ban really allows him to do that. But also from a PR standpoint, I think if Aiden doesn't use this opportunity to pull like a Neon situation and truly show that he's turned a new leaf, that he is brand friendly, I think this is truly his last chance to do so. I'm being so serious. This is his last chance to become truly mainstream, to become like a Kai Speed level streamer where the whole industry is embracing them. You know what I'm saying? Because let's just keep it a buck. Kai and Speed are on a different level compared to Aiden. Like, when we talk about Kai and Speed, we're talking about, you know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy Fallon invites at this point. We're talking about being on CBS, being on ESPN. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Those opportunities just aren't allowed, and those aren't coming across Aiden's desk unless they're aligned with like red pill ass entities already. You know what I'm saying? I think this is one of his last few chances to actually turn the tide and change his image, and I think it'll be very, very telling in terms of if he actually does it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I think what the Neon situation has showed is that if people actually show genuine change, a genuine change in character, or at least like they do a really, really good job, the PR will turn around. You know what I'm saying? The PR will turn around. But if you are so gung-hoed on your beliefs, if you are so anti-establishment, you know what I'm saying, woke culture, I guess, that you are just gonna keep on doing what you're doing, that's just ultimately like who Aiden is at this point. Apologies honestly they don't even exist at this point. And I think that's truly who he really is. Because even within his stint on Kick, he's had so many different opportunities to change his image. But every single time he just comes back to what he's used to. Comes back to edgy content, comes back to collaborations with Andrew Tate. He's going to bring on Sneeko next stream. You know what I'm saying? He's going to bring on Fusi to stream after that. I'm saying, like, he just goes back to what he's used to. And we'll see. We will see. But with that being said, a lot of this has been positive feedback from like the top streamers in the game. Like, I think AMP hasn't been very open about cheering for Aiden's return, but I also think them not like condemning it is purposeful as well. You know what I'm saying? I think they're cool with Aiden. They just want to keep distance until he becomes like mainstream and PR friendly. But ultimately, I think they're cool with Aiden. But there has been some pushback when it comes to this. So let's bring up. Well, first it was Senna's take on it. So let's bring up Senna's take right here.
People are saying, sadly, people can change. You know what I mean? Hopefully, like, he doesn't keep baiting, the white supremacists, everything like that. I think people can change. You know what I mean? I think he did shitty stuff before. Hopefully he changes. If he doesn't, then I'm sure Twitch will deal with it. You know what I mean? But hopefully he does. I don't think that half the stuff he does, would be allowed on Twitch anyway. So, it kind of is what it is. It's one of those things. But I do think it's like Twitch permanently banning people is always bad. You know what I mean? Even if you don't like a person, it's always bad, as long as you can hopefully grow from it and change, that's what's better. Now, I do say that loosely, but like, then there's streamers like fucking Johnny Somali that exist, and let's be real, let's keep him far the fuck away from Twitch. Please, for the love of God. Like, that's holy fuck, dude. Let's keep him far away. People are saying sad.
So that's Senna's reaction. I know Hassan also gave his reaction to things. Let me bring up Hassan's right here. All right, boom.
Hassan, you're biased. Hassan, you're woke. Hassan, you're gay. Whatever the fuck.
Damn.
Okay. I just don't want other content creators to get fucking destroyed by this kind of toxic behavior. Okay. I'm
gonna be honest. I ain't hearing that from Hassan. I'm gonna be honest. This dude right here, single-handedly, like, started or almost started a Twitch adpocalypse. So
that's it. Like, even beyond the Adolf Hitler associations, okay? I think outside of like being woke, there's an environment of toxicity associated with these guys that are like serial harassers, serial doxers, incredibly toxic, and it completely rips apart the remaining semblance of community that Twitch has had as opposed to other platforms like YouTube. I mean, he's done virtually every bad decision you can take. He's done all of that. I mean, he recently had Andrew Tate on he paid him money to be on his platform on Kick. And I mean, he's done a metric ton of awful shit. I hope that he is more limited. I hope that he is limited in what he can and can't say now that he's on. Maybe that's the silver lining. Maybe I'm just like desperately looking for a silver lining here because I just can't comprehend why a company that ostensibly cared about what kind of content is allowed on the platform would make a decision like this. Like, I think a part of this chat, I'm gonna be honest with you, is that platforms like Twitter, platforms like Rumble, platforms like Kick has definitely shown that there is a really, really big market, really big market for conservative content, red pill content, and content adjacent to that, right? Really big market. So, and I think that was really portrayed to me during President Trump's inauguration, when at his inauguration, he had Mark Zuckerberg, the YouTube CEO, Elon Musk, I believe the TikTok CEO was also back there, right behind him. All of them right next to each other. So I think these companies have probably figured out that, one, it's just, I guess, more socially acceptable to get these takes off. And two, there is way too much money in this content for that type of content to not exist on their platforms. That's my hunch. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack, chat. That is probably my hunch. Because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these moves made by these big ass corporations ultimately are money driven. Like, I've even said this about moderation. Like, if in an ideal world
where there weren't financial repercussions when it comes to allowing certain content on their platforms, a lot of these companies wouldn't even be moderating shit. The only reason moderation exists is because of the fact that advertisers don't want to advertise on platforms that allow certain content. You know what I'm saying? But as we've gone to a point where content that wasn't advertiser friendly before is now just like either like neutral or like people don't care anymore, I think, you know, these social media companies are showing their ass. They never truly cared. They always only cared about their bottom line. Always. So when their bottom line isn't really affected anymore by allowing creators like Aiden Ross on their platform, they're just gonna unban them, because Aiden Ross still provides a shit ton of traffic to their platform. And specifically with Aiden and how connected he is with other streamers on the platform, like Aiden's impact isn't just with his own platform, it is impacting the potential of other content creators as well. So that's why they unbanned Aiden. That's the truth. That's why Twitch has, and YouTube as well, because they unbanned Dr. Disrespect. They've just been, or remonetized, not unbanned, remonetized Dr. Disrespect. That's why they've just become looser on these things, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, probably, like, unless you're a Kanye level crash out, and unless you have like I'm talking about extremely serious crime level allegations on you, like, you know, sex trafficking with Andrew Tate, like blatant white supremacist talking points like Nick Fuentes. Like, a lot of these platforms is going, man, we don't really care. We don't really care. And I know that sounds crazy with Aiden because he's collabed with Nick Fuentes before. So that's kind of crazy. But that's ultimately what it is, bro. And even Kanye's motherfuckers still love Kanye. Let me chill. Let's see. Here is Rage's reaction to Aiden's unbanning.
Has a right to be mad at him. You feel me? And it's up to him to make it up to whoever is mad. And if he can't make it up to them, it is what it is. If you are mad at the nigga, it's your right to be mad at the nigga. And it's up to him to make it right whatever way he feels needs be. You know what I'm saying? It's not up to me. It's up to him. Because, yes, he's had some dog shit motherfuckers on stream. I agree. I hate those same motherfuckers that you hate, Chad. Don't best believe I hate those motherfuckers. I hate them. Okay? And that's up to him to make it up. You feel me? Now, AR loyals. Can we chill, bro? Like, it's day one. It's his first day out here. Y'all niggas on timing already. I seen my fault. Torta. I seen Torta say some shit. Let's just pull up the tweet. Loyals. I want y'all to know a big part of this nigga staying unbanned is gonna be up to you niggas, bro. Chill out. Relax. Do y'all want this nigga unbanned or not? Cause Torta, my fault for the voice crack.
Crazy.
I'm going through my third puberty. She made some comments. And actually, Aiden had nothing wrong with what she said. I was on the phone with my dog. He was like, yo, that's facts. That's nothing. She didn't say anything wrong. But, look at this. Oh, this is a YG community tweet.
Yeah, so that's Rage's. And I agree with him. Torta's wild. But yeah, I agree with him. But it's also a thing of like, this is Aiden's community because Aiden wanted this to be his community. We gotta stop, bro. Aiden cultivated this community, telling them to chill. This is just them. This is just them, bro.